I am replacing the wiper linkage, wiper motor, and the circuit board underneath there on this old GMC truck. First thing you gotta do, pop your hood, lift up your wiper arm like this. This little tab, sometimes it come off easy, sometimes it don't. Pull open that tab, yank off the arm, put it to a side. They are marked passenger and driver's side, so don't worry about that. There's a P right there. Driver's side has one as well. Leave that over there. Next up, let's remove these two corner pieces. They're all Phillips screwdrivers. There's going to be 6 screws going across. There's one. Remove this grill. This pulls right up when the hood's open. Second screw's right here. I put stainless screws too. These screws commonly they rust out due to water collecting down those holes. So I would advise buying stainless screws. Number 2 is just a little bit to the right of the first wiper nozzle. So that was number 3, my bad. Well, number 2 of the cowl piece is different, but this is where another screw is, right here. I can catch it, I'm on it. Next to the passenger side wiper spline. Another screw is right here. Just to the right of the passenger wiper squirter. We have another screw in the corner and another little vent. Passenger side on this is always more challenging on this truck. Always could be different. Put your parts in a safe place. Use a stubby Phillips screwdriver. It's going to be 2 little screws on either side, one over there, one on the other side. These are self-tapping too, so make sure you don't strip out the holes. I did it on the other side by accident. One. Stepping on my parts that I put in a safe location. And this one, which is kind of stripped out. I need a welder. You can zip it up. Tap it. Put those over there. And remove your rubber. Safe location. And this piece of plastic is ready to be removed. I can access the wiper linkage and the wiper motor connector. All the parts we'll be using for this job. Have an AC Delco brand new wiper motor. This part number 150360007, made in Mexico. It's the old style wiper board, so I'm going to replace it with a new style wiper board. It's right here, which is GM or AC Delco 124630090. Now, wiper linkage, I forget which is which. Driver's side, oh, right hand, this is the right hand side, it says on it. And that is AC Delco GM 15783-973. And this is the left hand, and that's AC Delco Oregon GM 124630067. These come bare steel. I'm probably just going to throw some clear coat over them so they don't rust really bad. And that comes in our kit along with a new cover like that, but I'll just use that one. To get this black plastic cowl piece off, basically just lift up, and you have a wiper connection on the other side, so lift up a little bit. Go to your driver's side, disconnect your wiper hose, and remember to reconnect it. And you put it back on, and you can fish this thing out of here. Sometimes a little bit easier do it when the hood's open, but to get the whole thing out you might have to shut the hood. Either or, depends on the vehicle how tight the clearance is. Now we're going to simply just lift this out of the way and up, and I need both hands, so I'm not going to be able to show you. Alright, cowl piece is off. This is my workbench over here, state of the art. I'm actually going to have to plastic weld. Where is it? I think right there it's cracked. So we have to plastic weld that. And over there, because it's broken. I really need a new piece. It's $75 new. Just to get one. But that's what it looks like when you have that whole cowl piece off. It's pretty bare. And in here, I don't know if this light's gonna have any juice in it. I might not. Nope, it's dead. But in there is a wiper linkage. I'll show you right there. Okay, next up, see this little clip over here? Safety clip. You gotta be pretty careful with it. I'll break it because I took it out 10 times. But so it's this little thing. You squeeze in a little bit and you pull it out. It has a little center piece right there. It's hollow. You just gotta push one side and you'll take it out. See those on airbag circuits too, because they don't want it releasing on you. And then after that, you got a Metro Pack connector, a little tab. Pull that out. Metro Pack, or even frame or not, I don't know anymore. Yeah, it might have. Okay, so now our next step is let's get her about that. Shaky cam. That's our connections right here to get those wiper linkages off that little lever arm on the wiper motor. You see the lever, little pivot arm is right there in the back. So we have to get all that loosened up. That's a 10mm. Obviously, if you want to remove the wiper motor, so you got two linkages. That's your passenger side, this is your driver's side. You want to move the driver's side first because it's a sandwiched situation. You do not have to fully remove these nuts, just enough so you have enough the outer diameter on it surpasses the inner diameter of that pivot arm right there. So now I can take that thing off, take the wiper motor out. Both shafts are out. Now we have to concentrate on our wiper motor, which is 3 10mm. You have one on the bottom, one over there, and one over there. Okay, we got that off with our handy dandy 3/8 impact driver, whatever you want to call it. It isn't really a wrench, you could call it that. Now, just gotta finagle the wiper motor out. So you got that little arm on there. So fish it out. Look at that open hole. Excellent. Let's go size it up with the new one. This is our old one in all its glory. A little bit rusty, a little bit dirty, and the grommets are cracked. Oh no. That's our new one. Looks about the same. The grommets, I don't know if they're a different design or maybe these are just mash from age. That's what I think. Yeah, they are. That's going to spread out when you torque it. It says 9CK on the lever arm. 9CK over here. Same part number on the motor case. Is this thing blurring out? I don't know, but 221-27508 says the same thing over there. So excellent. I don't know if I'm gonna swap the circuit board yet with the newer style, because this is the older style. I see it's gray. Those are ones that are prone to fail. This is the newer style. I put this in 2003 and it helped fix it then. And that's the only difference. The motor case is that label instead of that. But I don't need to do this, but I'm swapping out these gold anodized little grommets. I mean, these little washers for these steel colored ones. Gold anodized resist corrosion better. This is the last little whatever you want to call this washer with sleeve. See, the older ones, they're kind of mushroomed out. New one, I mean, the new one's mushroomed out, the old one is not. So I don't know what the deal that is. Look at that hole. Look at that hole size. I don't know. We're going with the old one, so I think it looks better anyway with the gold instead of the silver. I like the gold. It gives it a little more of an original look. I decided to tape my my wiper tank hose, or the fluid hose, whatever you want to call it, right there, so I know when I'm putting the thing back on and hook it up as a reminder. You leave that in that hole, it's real easy to miss it. So that's my tip on that. To get these wiper linkages off. You get 3 bolts on both sides, and they are an 11mm. So this is my 11. This is my 11. Excellent. Let's get the these things. Just well, they're steel bolts that thread into a plastic housing, so they're self-threading. They come out real easy. These aren't very tight at all. These are the 3 funny bolts that will come out per side. If that's loose, you can fish this whole assembly off on the bottom. Try not to scratch up this area. You could take that paint off and it'll start making rust. So just be careful not to really gouge up anything in here. Here is the rusty old. Another reason why I want to paint this. Here is the clean steel and new. It's about the same to me. Got the passenger side loose. And you could fish it through one of these holes. Just gotta keep on pressing it, pushing it through, and you'll get it out. It's easy. Compare. Looks the same. I'm gonna go paint these now. I'm gonna do black. I was gonna do silver. I went for the clear coat. Cheap. Might do something, might not. Don't have all day to do this. Cleaned all that up, cleaned around here, cleaned around there. Put Loctite on our wiper motor bolts that go over there. So you're ready to stab this thing in here, and I can put that linkage in there. Plugged it in, ran it through all the speeds. Works. Rest in the proper position. Now I have to hook up our linkage and throw that in. Looks good. Doesn't even look like it's really been screwed with. Did not put in my safety little pin yet because I wanted to make sure that it's all set, and I think it is. I decided to paint on my hardware so it looks nice. We got one side in, no problems yet. When you get your linkage on, get in with the wiper arms. I showed you how to get them off. I put a little bit of white lithium grease on those threads just to make it, not threads, splines, just so the wiper arm slides on a little bit easier. But that's our clear coated arms, and again, that's our linkage hooked up. That's how it's supposed to look, just like that. Keep note of that. And what amazed me was, I put this light down, but I don't know if you saw my other videos, you probably didn't, but before the wiper arm had went up to here and down here when that was tight. So it's a big difference in play with the old linkage and just worn out. And this one is real bad, and again, hardly moves. So now, this is too low. This wiper arm is going to go up a little tiny bit. I think that was just a little bit high. And to adjust these things, it's different than a standard car. Your standard car, like this one, will have a cap, and then it's basically just a spline fit. And you can move the arm once you loosen it up. You kind of give it a hit right over here, it'll break that bond right over there. And then it's kind of like a mechanical weld, I guess, sort of like a ball joint or something like that. It's tapered. But you take that up, and then you can move the arm up and down and up and down. Just make sure before you screw with that you turn the wipers on and you turn the wipers off. So the motor is going to go to this reset position. If it doesn't, the motor can be up a little bit. It's going to screw up your whole adjustment. So again, before I mess with this, I'm going to run it once, just so I know the wipers in its rest position. This one's different. I have these linkages. They're elongated, and basically when the nuts are loose, you can slide the arm back and forth, and that's going to make the wiper arm go like this, and the driver's arm go like that. So a little bit different when you have a fixed kind of fixed connection point with a little release tab like this here does, opposed to the bolt, the nut on the spline. It's a taper fit. So keep that in mind. I didn't get it on video, but I swiped the wiper blades, and the passenger side went up a little bit, so did the driver's side. So the driver's side needs to be dropped a little bit. I think the passenger side is mint. I know from these trucks, we're looking at hundreds of them. You got about that much room, and it's just over this windshield emblem and your LOF made in Canada right there. So you know that the passenger side is good. The driver's side has to be dropped just a hair. I think we'll be good. Awesome. Hopefully this works. I hope these wipers, they stay parked, they don't get loose, and they don't chatter like they did. If not, I think I got my wiper arms in a good location now. So you got a little bit of a gap. I like to put the plastic on because if you put it too low, the wiper arm's going to smash over here when it goes all the way down, but it looks like I have ample room. Actually could go up a little bit over here, but I'm really not going crazy with that. And the driver's side looks pretty good. Driver's side, you gotta watch out. Again, if it's too low, it's gonna hit. But if it's too high, it's gonna go off the windshield. But we're kind of just stopping like right over here. So I think we should be good with that. Looks good. It runs real quiet. We'll do it one more time. But this thing, well, excuse my key buzzer. Shut up. Wait till that goes away so you can hear it. Alright. We'll hit mist. Real quiet. Real quiet. Okay, that's all we're doing. It's bad to run them on a dry windshield, but super quiet, which is good. This concludes that job. We got a new motor, new linkage, old cracked cowl piece, and yeah, the wipers are sitting pretty good. Got a big grease mess to clean up. Passenger side, it could have went up a little bit, but I'm not going nuts with this. Another thing is, when you're test running your wipers, use some soapy water, spray it on the windshield, because running the wipers dry is pretty bad. So that will make them slide nice, and won't screw up nothing. So that's it. Hope it helps someone. If you like this video, please subscribe.